Afternoon, Kindle. God willing, going to record today's chapter of Rambam, chapter 4 in the laws of vows. As always, learning to bind ourselves to God, plus you got haste and redemption. Further, the Rebbe's Malchus. What do you call an alligator in a vest? He's an investigator. Aleph, Nidre, and Atzin. What if he was forced to take a Nedarim? A Nidre Shkagas, or he did it by accident, Nidre Abai, or it was just a bunch of nonsense. Harley Mutarin doesn't count. Kader Shabana B'Shvuos, just like we said by Shvuos, by oaths. Harish Hidruhu Anatzin Amoksin, Va'amrlo, Nadalon Shabasa, Asralacha, Yesh, Hadav Shachab, Mekis. People were forcing him, but not Amar Hari Basa Bas, and Austin Lie, and he went along with being forced. As a Mutabakol, it's if he said nothing. Even though he adds a little bit to what they said, they told him just to say about meat, he said about meat and bread. And another case where he added, it still doesn't change anything, it's all permitted. I think since he added something, he's saying something of his volition. No, he's just using emphasis to try to get the monkeys off his back. Base, he has to have in mind something that's permitted. Going Shias and believe has to have the time period in mind. Someone could write who on was Eno Yochel Hotzi Spas of Nimsa Visha Shirlahem. People leave shopping for Shana Bishvuas. So I have an intended heart for something permitted or forbidden, maybe just that day or that hour. And then you can rely on the intented's heart, help by forcing beyond his control. The time he's taking the vow, his mouth and heart not in agreement. And his mouth and heart have to be in agreement with vows also. I don't understand that. We'll have to go back and make more sense of that. Yemo, V'chein Nidre Zruzin. What if it's something to make him go a little quicker? Turn, get him, excited, get him moving. Ketzad. I guess we're saying it doesn't count. Ketzad Kishul Hida the River Shirafal. That's so. Wanted his buddy to eat by him, but not and he said he wouldn't. Wanted his friend to eat by him, and his friend took another. He wouldn't eat by him because he didn't want to bother him. And it doesn't really matter. He's just being a nice person. That he somewhat said he wouldn't sell something except for a certain price. You can't out of a shekel, and the buyer said he wouldn't pay more than a certain price. Then they agree on an intermediate price between what each of them said. It's okay. It's fine. They didn't really mean it. They were just trying to encourage their friend. How do we know about all this? It's not allowed for a person to take an eder on the idea that he'll wipe it out. Talmud Lomar, it says, how do we know we can't take it with the intent of nullifying it? The verse says he shouldn't desecrate his word. Hey, mi shenadar v'nicham on nidro, someone who regrets taking his vow. He can ask a wise person, Materian, and he can get out. But then, just like by oath, it has to be an expert, or 3 very intelligent people. Galatians from Tirna Shvu, Matirna Netter, same language, between Shol, Sharon Yonas, Pershan B'Shvus, and everything else is the same. Everything else matches up the same. Vav, Ve'ain Matirna Netter, Ad Shiachu Shvua, and it can't be released until it takes effect. Can't have it released before it started. Excuse me. Kamshin Shalin on Nidre Isser. Materian also, just like we ask about Isser, and we a certain type of netter, and we allow it. Kashin Malin and Nidre Heritage Materian also, so too by vows involving holy things. They Nidre Kache, Advice, been Kashin his back, whether no matter what type of holy item he was talking about, Nidre Shalin out tomorrow. But if it was a transfer of holiness from one animal to another, then he's stuck. Because we let him out because it seems like it was a mistake, but if a person transferred holiness, it counts even if he did make a mistake, it's stuck, there's no law. But he could undo the first consecration and thereby get out the second consecration. Just automatically. He wouldn't have to do a second act once the holiness is off the first animal, falls off the second animal, the second animal and became holy because he had the holiness transferred onto it from the first animal. Ches, Shem, She, Hab, Ubal, maybe Nedarim Isser, Kach, maybe Nedarim Hideshus. When the Isser, just as a father and husband can nullify certain vows when it comes to consecration, involving prohibition, so too with consecration. It's interesting because I thought the scope of their authority was limited to things that affected the relationship. To see how that works when it comes to hektish. Taz mi shenada v'shama chaveru amar ani, someone who heard a neder and he agreed. He said him too. Shama shlishi amar ani, and another guy v'nishal rishon l'nidr hutar, and then the first guy got out of it. Hutar kul, and then they're all out. Nishal achron hutar. Achron hutar v'kul nesurim. But if only the last guy asked out from the wise man, he's out and everyone else is still in. Because all the latter guys are hooked to the first guy, so if the first guy's out, everyone else is out. But if only the last guy gets out, everyone else is still in. And if there was Shimon, Levi, and Yissachar in that order, and Levi gets out, then Yissachar gets out too, Shimon's still in. Yud, must be Sefarim Harb of Neder. What if he expands his vow? He's bread, then meat, he asks about the bread, and then automatically the bread's out because it's hooked to the meat, but if he asks about the meat, then he's still in on the bread. Yud Aleph. Someone takes a vow he won't benefit from anybody. And then he asks out for one guy. And then they're all out. Because if part of it's out, it's all out. But if he specifies people who are Rishon, then it would go in order. If he knocked out the first guy, everyone's out. If he only knocked out the last guy, then only the last guy's out. So you can Pesach. If he wants out, he has to go through the procedure for each guy. You'd base Nader benazir be'ukarban shvua. He did a Nader for a Nazir and a carbon and a shvua. Did three things. He took the Nazirite vow, took a vow to bring a sacrifice, and he also forbade himself something. Nader ve'enu yidu ve'ezamahen Nader Pesach al-Kulan. Took a vow but doesn't know. Sure what that means either. It's the second one. Alright, hopefully we'll figure it out together. Alright, Yud Gimel. Hanoram anshe ir v'nish l'chacham shebe'ir or shenadar b'Yisrael v'ahu nishal l'chacham she'Yisrael ha'zen nidr mutar. What if he says about all the people in his city and then he tries to ask a wise man in that city to let him out? Or he says about the Yidden and he asks to get out from a Yid, then that's okay. So he wouldn't benefit from anyone in the city, and then he's asking the wise man in the city to let him out. Isn't he benefiting? Apparently not in this case. Or he said he wouldn't benefit from a Jew. God forbid a person say that. And then he asked to get released by a Jew. You think maybe he couldn't. He's benefiting. No, we say none. I guess this either doesn't count as benefit or it just doesn't work in this case. Yudal Omer Paris Elo Asurin Alayom said he wouldn't eat the fruit. If he were to go to such and such a place the following day, he can't eat him today. Because maybe he will go to that place tomorrow. If he does eat him today and walks to that place tomorrow, he'd be beat up. But if he ate him today, which he wasn't supposed to do, and he didn't walk to that place, he wouldn't be. It's not a good thing he did. Don't have to give him after, but he doesn't get the beats because he didn't break his word because he didn't go to the other place. If he does the other way around, they should be prohibited tomorrow if he goes to such and such place today. He certainly can go to that place today. And then the fruits will be forbidden tomorrow. Well, so a person doesn't want to do something that's prohibited. But he's not necessarily so careful when it comes to a condition that will cause something to become prohibited. Why don't we worry he'll eat it today? I don't know. I don't see it in this way. I see it as a time frame thing. If he said the fruit's forbidden today, if he goes to the place tomorrow, we don't let him eat the fruit because maybe he'll go. But he says the fruit's tomorrow. If he goes today, we say he can go. I don't know why we don't worry he'll eat the fruit first. Maybe we do. But we only try to stop the today thing. We'll try to stop him from eating the thing today, but we won't try to stop him from going today. If it's already in his belly, he may not worry about messing it up. But if it's sitting in front of him, and another one's not so clear. So we'll work it all out together. Tazayin, last one. Someone says he'll fast for 10 days when he chooses. Started, and then he was needed for a mitzvah. He can go ahead and eat, and pay it back later. He didn't set the days at the beginning of Neder. What if he says today? And he eats, then he should complete his fast. He said the day or 2 days, and then he forgets again, and he ate. So it's wiped out. He has to start again. That's very interesting. This one I think we can get them. It said 10 days, and he started in, and he had to interrupt, and then he fixes it. I don't know if he fixes it from where he started, where he broke it, or works. It has to be within specified days. He said today, and he messes up. He has to not eat the rest of the day. Coercion doesn't count. He can even extend it because his mind and heart aren't in the same place, but he has to have a limited time in mind. Somehow that's part of getting out of the hook on it. Only that day or something. Since he didn't say that day, that gets him out. As in his heart, he has a time frame in mind that his mouth didn't state. I think that's the hook out. Vows of encouragement don't really count. He's just trying to encourage his friend. Went to a scriptural source. Changes his mind, he can get out. Has to take effect first. Anything can get out except for tomorrow, but he can get off the first and automatically the second. Husbands and fathers can wipe out these type of Nedarim too. And go on and on and on, and it's a chain. If the beginning of the chain's out, everyone's out. If the middle of the chain's out, everyone after him is out. If the end of the chain's out, only the end is out. If he made it generally and he gets out part, the whole thing's out. What he specified, then we're back to the chain and the order. He said 3 things. Getting out of a vow is not considered benefit, from what that's why I'm explaining it. Produce will be forbidden today. If he goes there tomorrow, you say he can't eat it today, because maybe he'll go tomorrow. If it's forbidden tomorrow, if he goes today, we don't stop him from, because if he goes, he won't eat it. But if he eats it, he might say, who cares? It's already in his belly. He says at 10 days, his first day, he has to interrupt. No problem, he can start over, because that doesn't have to be, that day didn't have to be the start of his 10. He didn't say when the 10 would start. If he says today and messes up, then he means today and he has to keep going. It says a day or 2, not specifying again, he has to start over. Alright, shit.